If someone insulted you today and your first reaction was silence instead of rage, you might have accidentally built something most people spend their entire lives searching for, an invincible mindset, and you may not even realize it yet. Marcus Aurelius was the most powerful man in the Roman Empire. He could have had anything, done anything, but instead he chose to write private notes to himself about how to stay mentally unbreakable in a world designed to break you. And here's what most people miss. He wasn't writing philosophy for scholars. He was building a psychological defense system. If you've been through enough pain, enough betrayal, enough silence, you may have already built that same system without reading a single page. Let me show you the signs. The first sign is something I call voluntary silence, and it's wildly misunderstood. Most people think strength means defending yourself, correcting the lies, proving the haters wrong. But here's the truth. If you no longer feel that burning need to argue in comment sections, explain yourself to people who've already made up their minds, or defend your name to those who will never understand your story, you've crossed a line most never will. You've realized something Marcus Aurelius spent years mastering. Other people's opinions of you are completely outside your control. So why waste energy trying to control the uncontrollable? Let me be clear. This isn't about being passive. It's about being so grounded in who you are that external noise doesn't shake your foundation. When someone misunderstands you and your immediate response is calm silence, you haven't lost the argument. You've won something bigger, your peace. And in a world full of people screaming to be heard, silence has become a superpower. Now, this next sign is something your friends might actually mistake for coldness. But Marcus Aurelius viewed it as the ultimate form of emotional freedom. You've started viewing toxic people like bad weather. Here's what I mean. You used to take it personally when someone was rude, dismissive, or cruel. You'd replay the conversation in your head, lose sleep over it, question yourself. But now you've developed something strange, a detached empathy. Marcus Aurelius opened book 2 of Meditations by reminding himself that he would meet arrogant, ungrateful, jealous people every single day, but he didn't hate them for it. He understood they were acting out of ignorance of what is truly good. So when someone treats you poorly now, you don't internalize it. You observe it, like watching a storm roll through. You don't get mad at the rain for being wet. You just grab an umbrella and keep moving. You've stopped taking human nature personally. And that shift, that ability to witness chaos without absorbing it, is one of the rarest forms of inner strength. But here's where it gets even deeper. Because this next sign might make your friends think you're being negative. But the Stoics knew it was actually the ultimate mental armor. You practice something called premeditatio malorum without even realizing it. The premeditation of evils. It sounds dark, but it's not. Here's the reality. If you've survived enough, your brain has been rewired. You walk into stressful situations already at peace with the worst possible outcome. Not because you're pessimistic, but because you've learned that fear of the unknown is worse than the thing itself. Marcus Aurelius did this constantly. He'd visualize loss, failure, betrayal, not to torture himself, but to strip those future events of their power to shock him. And if you do this now, if your mind naturally goes to the worst-case scenario and then calmly asks, "What would I do if that happened?" you're not anxious. You're armored. You've turned your survival instincts into strategic preparation. You cannot be ambushed by life when you've already walked through every dark possibility in your mind and made peace with it. That's not fear. That's freedom. Now, this next one is going to feel personal, because we live in a world that has weaponized your need for validation. But if you've broken free from this, you've escaped one of the most dangerous traps of the modern age. You've killed your applause addiction. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you did something good and told no one? Helped someone in silence? Survived something brutal without posting about it? Achieved something significant and felt no urge to announce it to the world? If you can do that, if you can bear fruit like a grapevine and ask for nothing in return, you've broken a chain most people don't even know they're wearing. Marcus Aurelius said it perfectly. A good person is like a tree that bears fruit and requires no audience. We live in the age of performance. Every win must be shared. Every struggle must be documented. Every act of kindness must be validated with likes and comments. But you've stepped out of that system. You do what's right because it's right, not because it will be seen. And that quiet integrity, that ability to move through life without needing external applause, is one of the highest forms of psychological freedom. And now we arrive at the final sign, the one that separates those who survive life from those who are forged by it. This is the ultimate proof you've built an invincible mindset. You have flipped the obstacle formula. Marcus Aurelius wrote one of the most powerful sentences in all of philosophy. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Most people spend their entire lives wishing for fewer problems, an easier path, less resistance. But you've done something different. You've stopped seeing obstacles as interruptions to your life. You've started seeing them as the curriculum. When a massive problem hits you now, your brain doesn't spiral into "why is this happening to me?" It immediately shifts to "how can I use this to become stronger?" The betrayal that should have broken you taught you discernment. The failure that should have destroyed you gave you resilience. The loss that should have ended you revealed what truly matters. You no longer wish for an easier life. You've become someone capable of handling a harder one. And that shift, that mental reversal, is the final sign. You don't avoid the fire anymore. You walk through it knowing it's the only thing that can turn you into steel. So here's the truth. If even one of these signs resonated with you, you're already on the path Marcus Aurelius walked 2,000 years ago. You're building something the world can't take from you, an invincible mindset. Not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. And that's something worth protecting. If this hit you differently, watch the next video on your screen. It's time to go deeper.